do us a favor, and if you're new to the stream, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future games. Usually we stream every Wednesday and Saturday, folks, 8 o'clock Central Time.
East's 5-5 players wanted the lower blind, but still uncapped. Going to be a great one. We can't wait. We will be here, E. Skull Mike and Slick Rick will be calling the action on Saturday night. You don't want to miss it. So subscribe, and you won't miss it. We love those cash games. And we did some tournament final table on Sunday night, Monday morning. Just gave away a lot of money here at the Lodge. I think on Sunday there was way over $400,000 on site, and it was all given away.
So Bruno missed out on some of our previous games. Rainwater with queens. Look at Rainwater being so active, willing to get his whole stack in with 8 deuce, 5-3, and now +1, just limping with queens, setting a trap here. So Rainwater getting a little bit sneaky. Nobody with much of anything ends up working out, going heads up with Big Daddy D as Big Daddy D raises it up to 50. So we got about 124 in the skillet. Rainwater in good shape. 9-9-7 flop. And then if you're Rainwater and you were strapping the whole way, I'm not a big fan of that lead. Would have just checked it over to my opponent, likely for a c-bet there, maybe come over the top then and there. But Rainwater taking a little bit of a strange line here, firing out another 50 on the turn. So not a line you see every day out there on the felt. And Big Daddy D still floating in position, picked up additional equity for a 10 perhaps. We're going to take a river. Doesn't get there, so the queen's good. The queens were always good. And just goes for a little bit of, what was, it looked like 75, but it's 100. Now for your Big Daddy D, a quick raise there to 250, and these queens well under repped. He's not going anywhere. Big Daddy D going to be quite surprised. But maybe trying to tell the story of a 9, is still playing a 9, but that would be very unlikely. Raising pre on the button. You know, maybe he's telling a story of an ace-jack type of hand. That makes more sense. But if you're holding queens, you still have that beat. Can't really be worried about a 9. Maybe trying to tell the story of a 10. 10's possible for the straight, of course, now. But I don't see Rainwater going away for just $1.50 after he's put all this money into the pot already. So it's really straight or air. And if you're Rainwater, you have to pay this off and look this man up. And he does. And the queens are good.
Oh. Big Daddy. Big Daddy's just can't get any traction tonight, Mikey.
He's trying to make some plays, but just kind of stepping into it there. I like the, I always, you know, I can't fault anybody for making moves. I like when people make moves. They're going for it. A lot of the times people are gun shy and they don't make those moves, where those moves would likely take down the pot and win the hand. But if you're Big Daddy D there and you're trying to rep a 10, you might have to go a little bit higher to really push Rainwater off that hand. But again, the line that Rainwater took the entire time is pretty interesting, pretty rare. So you really can't put that man on queens there. You got to be very surprised when he turns over queens the way the hand played out.
And Rainwater just talking smack. Just took all the money from Big Daddy D and just pointing his finger and says, I got you. Bruno folds. These guys are having fun. You can see Big Daddy D and Bazooka Joe laughing, Rainwater. It's a good table.